We are live. Hey guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? Thank y'all for coming back. Thank you guys so much for coming back. We are back for another video. Yes. All right, let's get that up there. Thank you guys so very much for being here. We got some great topics to go over tonight. Yes, we do indeedy. Ooh, child, I got sticky notes and everything everywhere. All right. Yes, hi. Who we got in here? Y'all hear my voice trying to crack a little bit? Lord. I've been doing a lot today, y'all. I've been doing a lot. Drink some water. I hope I get through it tonight. Thanks so much for the super chat, Miss Babette Brooks. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. Y'all been doing some singing today because I've been doing music stuff, so I've been singing. My voice is kind of like, I've been pushing it a lot. So we are back with another video. I hope my voice hold up. We're gonna get through it, okay? I've been doing a lot of music stuff and working today and talking and meetings. Like I've been doing a lot. But we are gonna get on through this thing. Somebody said Caramel checking in from Mobile, Alabama. All right, Mobile, thank you for being here. All right. Thank you for being here. Let's see. All right, so yeah, we got our topics. Let's go ahead and get started. Everything said in the video is a legend, in my opinion, and is used for and is used for fair use and entertainment. Y'all be killing me in the comments. Y'all be having me cracking up. All right, so let's get started. All right, so fans are roasting Martel Holt, honey, from this damn episode, this last episode. They still talking about it, guys. They are so over Martel and his crazy ass out here, child. Lord have mercy. Where Martel was sitting on the steps, honey, with them cardboard bottoms on, talking to Nell, honey, hollering all in her face in her yard. I would tell his ass to get out of my yard, first of all. Martel, you got to go get in your raggedy Uber truck with the bald head ties and get on up out of here. But people are still talking about that episode, and fans are shredding him online. Now, I did see him and Coleslaw went to go gambling or something like that, and they won like $40K. They need it. I mean, hell, you do need it, Martel. You need to be helping Mel with these kids. I hope you do right with this money. Okay, that's what the streets was telling me. Ariane made a point to go on live to show everybody that wanted this money. I hope y'all ass is doing right. And I hope you're reporting them taxes on it too, or your ass is going to be locked up. And I hope you're reporting to the housing authority down there too, Ariane, that you got a little chunk of that money, because you're supposed to be reporting all funds when you stand on government property. All right. But yeah, so fans decided to take some time out of their day, honey, and roast Martel for that particular scene. And one fan wrote, says, Mel should have thrown a damn parade, while he's upset about her throwing a name-changing party and saying that Mel should have thrown a damn parade, and she's done phenomenal with the Rogers name, okay? It says that, first of all, being born into such a beautiful name. They said it only became ugly when she said, I do, to Martel Holt. It says the only beautiful thing that she got out of the name, out of the Holt name, was 4 amazing, beautiful babies. That is it. That is all, you dork. This person called Martel a dork. I was like, well, damn. Y'all went straight for the jugular then, okay? I'm talking about you went all the way straight to the jugular. And I'm guessing that his mama, honey, had a little reaction to that. I found a picture that I thought was funny as hell. I said his drunk ass mama was probably, when she heard that news, she probably looking like this right here, child, when she heard that news about the Holt name, child. Because y'all know, honey, she lived. This is Holt. Use a Holt. Use a Holt. You know use a Holt. That's how she said. Use a Holt, Martel. Use a Holt. Child, bye. That's what her drunk ass get. Bye, Marlene and Martel. Get y'all asses on. But that's what they had to say about old Martel, honey. They not feeling him, and they roasted his ass, and that's what he get. All right, let's move on. There's more. Now, the guy that actually was in this little brawl with Tasha K, guys, the guy that was in this brawl with Tasha K, he had some stuff that he wanted to say as well. Let me go ahead on and play this video, honey, because baby, when I heard it, I was like, ooh, it sounded like he was kind of trolling a little bit. That's what it gave me. It sounded like he was kind of trolling. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and play what he had to say. Tasha K whipped his ass out here, and now it sounded like he's ready to be out here trying to sue her. That's what it's giving. All right. Let's go ahead on and fast forward on to what he had to say. Because baby, he had some stuff to say. He done showed the wounds and everything where Tasha done whipped his ass thoroughly. Now he is saying that he went up to Tasha at some event, and he says that he complimented Tasha on the dress that she had on, and that he said he didn't touch her in any way, shape, or form. He wasn't inappropriate with her. But I think she went back and told her husband that maybe he might have said something to her that might have been not so good. And the husband went over there, child, and his dashiki, and then put the elbows and feet and everything else up on his ass. And yeah, they stomped him out pretty good. All right, so.
What you thought, finna shy away from the shit you know you talking to? Yeah, it's true. Tasha K had niggas run down on me. All I told her she looking good tonight with that fat ass. That's all I said. I ain't calling no bitch, no hoe, no disrespect for no nothing. We just have in our minds. We got to put our hands on people because of some things they don't like. All I told her was she had a fat ass, but she was looking good. No disrespect. She might not have wanted to hear it, but them niggas ran up on me like I done grabbed the pussy or something. Come on, baby. You think I'm finna shy away from that? Them niggas was pussy. You had 5 niggas jump down on me, man. That's all you got going? Come on, baby. You gonna need some security fucking around a nigga like me. You feel me? But we're not gonna get to that. You know, I don't try to condone violence, you know? But I try to keep my neck and my back. You know, I'm traumatized, you know what I'm saying?
He's such a clown. Now he's saying that he's going to sue. He's looking at trying to sue Tasha K, okay? What the hell did I do with my screen up over here, child? I got all this stuff up on my screen here, Lord. Hold on. Hold on. What did I do? Caramel, what did you do, girl? Caramel, what did you do? Can y'all see me fine? Can y'all see me? Hold on. What did I press? I pressed something on my darn screen here, child. Hold on. I got this darn new laptop, child, and I'm still learning it. Y'all forgive me. But can y'all hear me pretty good? But yeah, so he was trying to say, child, he is trying to be suing Tasha K, honey, because he is mad that Tasha done went out here and put hands and feet up on his ass. That's what he get, though, sir. That's what your ass get. Because you can't be out here, okay, running up on folk and saying stuff inappropriate. Now, you know Tasha is a married woman, okay? She is a married woman out here. So you can't be out here running up on folk. You know who Tasha K is. Everybody know who Tasha K is when you see her ass out in public. Now, she did have on a little tight dress or whatever, and he's saying he went up to her and he was trying to compliment her, but I think he might have said something inappropriate, and she went back to her husband shit, and shit went over there and beat the shit up out of him. That's what it sounded like to me. I mean, that's what it gave me. So, hey, that is it and that is all. But he alludes to the fact that he is going to be trying to up and sue her. He's saying he had to go to the hospital, child, and that he was hurt and all this other stuff. So we're going to see what that's giving. Tasha, I'm like, sir, if you suing, it ain't like you're going to get nothing, because guess what? She's already owing $4 million already. So you're not going to be getting nothing up out of this situation. I'm sorry. You will not be getting anything out of this situation because your ass shouldn't have been running up on her, okay? Yeah, he had more to say. Let's see. Do I want to play the rest of what he had to say? He had a little bit more he wanted to say. Let's fast forward it on. He's just trolling the hell out of her. But he did say he went to the hospital, and he did say he was hurt. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Your boy had to come back live. But they thought niggas gonna shy away from that shit. Everybody make sure y'all let them know We in Miami podcast. Y'all go to We in Miami podcast. I want everybody to tag We in Miami podcast for your boy. I had to go live. I don't really fuck with this live shit, but I'm gonna go live. Turn the light on like the Thundercats. How look, baby? How look? There's 5 deep on them nigga. They get me over here with a bottle and shit. But it's nothing, you know. I just want to tell my side of the story. Y'all make sure y'all go in. I'm traumatized though. I'm letting you know, right now I'm hurting. I'm traumatized. My neck and my back. I had to go to the hospital and shit. I had to miss work. This shit is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? This shit is all fucked up. You know? I'm going to tell you what happened. We in the club. I see Tasha looking good like a motherfucker in her little dress. Someone said something to you. You looking good in that ass tonight, baby. That's all. There was no more than that. You looking good in that ass tonight, baby. Man, next thing I know, about 3-4 minutes later, them niggas done ran down on me, left, came back to try to jump me. I'm trying to get niggas up off me. I had strangers coming in that bitch trying to get niggas up off me, bro. Because they know that's some hoe shit. It's 5 niggas. I'm 6'1", 175 pounds, nigga. I wasn't seeing none of that shit, my boy. None of that shit. So I felt that she felt it away. Now, baby, you all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Now I got hospital shit. I had to miss work because you fell away. All because I complimented you. All I said was that ass was looking fat tonight. She can't tell you nothing more. I want y'all to go ahead and
that's low key funny just a little bit. I ain't gonna play it all because he kind of get a little, you know, and we're on YouTube, child, going cray. But sir, I don't know, y'all. Oh my God, what y'all think about that? Somebody said be respectful that everyone don't want to be talked to like that. Okay. My husband probably would have went up inside his damn head too had he done some shit like that to me if we out. Like every man don't like that. But Tasha K husband went over there and they said he kind of started the little regulation up in there. And hey, that's just what it is. They popped off on your ass. You got to watch your mouth out here, sir. You got to watch your mouth because somebody will put hand and feet up on you, and that's what it's looking like. Your ass put on every Band-Aid in the box because he done thoroughly whipped your ass up in there because you done said some outlandish stuff to his wife, and that's what he should have did. Nah, don't be out here talking to people's wife like that. Somebody said Ninja go get a job. Right. He trying to see dollar signs because he know who she is now. He done figured out who she was. He probably knew who she was prior. But he want to get a little check. That's all it is. He want to get a little check up on Tasha, but you ain't gonna get it because hell, get in mind she owed $4 million to Cardi B. All right, she's still on the hook for that. She's in bankruptcy right now. Like it's like getting blood from a turnip, sir. It's like getting blood from a turnip. Okay. I mean, I don't know what you plan on doing. All right, I really don't. But I don't know what the hell I pressed up over here, y'all. But my screen is doing some crazy stuff over here. We're gonna keep it rolling. No. All right. We're gonna keep it rolling, honey. All right, so next topic is y'all know we're gonna be talking about Royce tonight, okay? I'm excited to talk about Royce tonight because I did finally get to watch the interview and I was thoroughly entertained. Yes, I was. It was a lot of stuff that I found out about her that I did not know, but we're gonna save that for later. Let's go ahead and get on to the other topics that I have for tonight. Yes, Lord, honey. Okay. All right, so which one I'm gonna do next? All right, give me 1 second. I'm trying to get Car Chronicles and Tonight Show together all at one time. So I'm kind of all over the place. Y'all forgive me just a little bit. All right. Okay, so Andy Cohen, honey, he decided to throw some shade, as y'all know he always does. Y'all know they're still doing BravoCon. Andy Cohen decided to throw some shade at Robin Dixon, honey, at BravoCon. And he also threw some shade at Juan Dixon as well. That's just so funny. He actually says that he wanted to thank everybody for being there and not taking his shade seriously. And he was saying that he wanted to also thank the Bravo. He wanted to thank Bravo for paying for everybody's hotel room. And he also said, unlike Juan Dixon, let me go ahead and play it. All right, this is Andy Cohen. Hold on.
I want to thank everyone here for being good sports about my roast and for making the trek out to Vegas. Thank you to Bravo, who paid for everyone's hotel rooms so that Juan Dixon didn't have to. I love you, Robin.
You could tell she was embarrassed by that. Because y'all know what Andy was talking about where Juan got caught in that hotel room where he got caught at the hotel woman where he said he just purchased the room and he left. Y'all know that's what Andy was talking about. And Andy had already had her on his show, Watch What Happens Live, and he confronted her about it. Andy is super messy. I see y'all putting it in. I love me some damn Andy though, because he stays throwing shade, okay? Yes, he does. But you could tell that she was a little low-key embarrassed by that because everybody was talking about it. At one point, she didn't even want to talk about it. And when she went on Watch What Happens Live, she was trying to avoid it. But Andy was like, you're going to talk about this shit today. So I was glad he pulled it up out of her because she wanted to go behind her paywall and talk about this situation with Juan. So I'm glad he blasted her at BravoCon because that's what she get. You could tell she was embarrassed, but she tried to be a good sport and clap and smile. But you could tell deep down she was embarrassed by that mess. But that's what you get. That's what you get. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. Dr. Heavenly decided, honey, that she was going to throw some shade to Dr. G's wife, Tisha, the one that's on the new episode of Married to Medicine, okay, an interview with Carlos King. All right, Heavenly is messy as hell, y'all. Sometimes I like Heavenly, sometimes I don't. More not than do. More not than yeah. But she decided to throw some shade on her, and I think she's coming for her because Dr. G's wife mentioned that Dr. Heavenly is always saying that her marriage is perfect, and that she and Dr. Damon don't never be fighting. But Letitia, which is Dr. G's new wife, put out there that Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon had some kind of fight, and that Heavenly hit him in the head with a skillet, y'all. That she hit him in the head with a pan because they got to arguing or whatever. So I don't know where she heard that from. So ever since she put that business out there, Dr. Heavenly has been coming for Dr. G's wife. If y'all noticed, she threw that shade whenever she came over for the little party. If y'all watched the episode when Dr. Heavenly and all the women came over to Dr. G's house, immediately Heavenly started throwing shade. Well, this ain't how I remember it when Quiet was living here. Quiet had an interior decorator, and Tisha, she's more of a Target type of chick. Like, Heavenly, what have you power washed inside your house? Okay, like somebody told your ass to do. Like, stop it, girl. You cannot be out here talking about somebody else's house when you need power washing your damn house. Ain't that what old girl told you to do before she left the show? Mariah, ain't that what Mariah told you needed to do? Go and power wash that damn house. Damn, let's go ahead and play what Heavenly had to say with her messy ass.
He's a great guy. I'm never going to say anything negative. He's a great guy. But certain men need to be catered to, right? Yes. Paul is not that that's going to cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner to you and rub your back and tell you everything okay and be home when you home and be there when you get home every day. Sweet Tea is appearing to be that girl. But Sweet Tea, and it's been said on the show, she's going to transform because she's already doing it. Because when you first see it to the end of the season, she's already transformed. You already talked about how Toya came up in the season. Everybody do it. It's just normal, right? If you around 7 bad, you around Phaedra, you around Heavenly, you around Toya, you're gonna come up, right? He wants her to stay here. And she tells me all the time, Greg keeps saying, I'm morphing in the quad. I'm changing in the quad. Quad is going to, you know what I mean? I'm going to be like quad. Are you going to lead me like quad did? You know what I'm saying? You're going to do me like quad did me. And I'm like, if you're hanging with us and you're a part of Dr. Heavenly University, and she came to one Dr. Heavenly University. Wait, I'm teaching you. Stop. Time out. Are you saying, I want you to finish, but I need to get this out. Are you saying to me, First T, aka Sweet Tea, are you saying to me, not only is she a fan of Married to Medicine, she slid in Dr. Gregory's DM with a baby emoji?
Now, y'all already know that. Y'all already know that because we talked about that she did slide in his DMs. Heavenly is messy as hell. Like, Heavenly, girl. You need to change your name from Heavenly to something else. Because, child, you a little hell you're not here. You stay in everybody else's business. As soon as somebody says something about her and Dr. Damon, she be ready to fly off. She don't want nobody talking about her marriage and her relationship or anything else dealing with her. Like, sit your squash-built ass down, Heavenly. She get on my damn nerves with your bad wig. How you own, I said it before, how do you own a wig store, a beauty supply store, and your damn hair be looking tore up every time we see you? Like, shut it up, girl. Heavenly gets on my nerves. Ugh. She irks my nerves. Worry about yourself, your marriage, and everything you got going on. Because, sis, you ain't got it together either. You ain't got it together either, Heavenly. Focus on Heavenly. Focus on why you call your husband daddy. Okay? Focus on that. Okay? Damn. Oh, gosh, she irks my nerves. let's move on, honey, to the next topic. All right, so we're gonna talk about Tasha K again, honey, because obviously it's a hot topic. All right. Now she decided to speak on Nelly and Ashanti and the fact that Nelly has not put a ring on it with Ashanti yet, and that Ashanti is still waiting around for Nelly to do her the same way that he did her before when he cheated on her and left her and got a whole nother girlfriend. Tasha K seems to feel like Nelly needs to go ahead and wife her up, being that they have already been together before and now they found their way back to each other. She's like, why y'all still dating? Why y'all not married yet? I don't like when a person puts a time limit on somebody else, okay? And two, I'm not the type of person to go back to someone if I used to date them. I'm not going back to you because I feel like once it's done, it's done. We broke up for a reason. I don't see going back. And hey, you free to marry who you want to marry. I know people who remarried people that they've divorced. I'm not that girl. I feel like we divorced for a reason. We broke up for a reason. Now, can I be cordial? Absolutely. Will I go back and come back for a second round? Especially if cheating was involved? Like, no. Nelly and Ashanti, I do like them together. But do I condone somebody going back to somebody that cheated on them to try a second time? Like, hell no. But then again, people do change and people grow up and people do mature. So we'll see if this go around that he will put a ring on that thing and that they can be together forever. They seem to be happy. I like them together. I mean, I don't care what nobody say. But let's go ahead and play what Tasha K had to say about Nelly and Ashanti, okay? Because y'all know she messy as hell, too. This is like a messy type of night.
I'm mad, and I don't give a fuck. Here's what I'm going to say. Don't get it wrong. I said what the fuck I said about them. I'm like, you doing too much, Ashanti, with the face on the purse, the 3-4 fucking birthday parties. And remember, Nelly said back when, y'all was dating the first time, because I remembered it, he said that you were pushing hard to be in that relationship. And he just didn't want it. He didn't want you. And see, I'm a firm believer that in relationships, if something leaves you and it comes back, then it already learned the lessons that it went through. And so everything is solidified. Why not make it official? It's because he doesn't want to marry you. Listen, everybody's saying, oh, Tasha K hating. Call it hate or whatever you want to call it. I don't give a fuck. That's why everybody triggered. It's not hate, because what I want to see is for her to win. How are you light skinned? How are you absolutely gorgeous? You was tired of going on vacation all them years as a side bitch. Never, ever had another nigga in a picture with you. Nobody's out here putting babies in you. What I'm saying is, I'm tired of yelling, surprise! Bitch, I want to throw some rice. I want to throw some rice on your head. I don't want to see a motherfucker spin the block on you and do the same thing he did to you before when he said that you was pushing real hard for a relationship that he didn't want with you. And it seems like you're pushing real hard now. He just gave you a necklace and a motherfucking charm bracelet. You gave him 2 parties and a car. You a high-value woman. You beautiful. You got your body together. You can have babies. Got a few more years. But listen, hope you frozen eggs, bitch. Because if you continue waiting around for a nigga like this to be playing on your time, but everybody's saying, that's her man, that's her man, that's her man. No, it's not. No, he's not. Okay? No, he's not. I just want to celebrate wedding bells. People buy cars and shit all the motherfucking time. They throw birthday parties all the time. But I really want to celebrate the love that I feel that you deserve. And that's why you going so hard to do it. Because if you weren't going so hard to do it, you wouldn't be doing all that shit that you're doing there. And I ain't never did that shit there, okay? And like I said, bitch, I got a big stomach and I've been married twice. He just pushes the stomach up and puts it in. His brain's not beauty. But you look great, but not great enough for them to take a picture with you, bitch. Moving on.
You gotta love Tasha. You gotta love Tasha. She's brutally honest. Kind of like me. I'm the same way. I speak my mind just like that, so I can't even hate on it. But what I will say is this, okay? I see y'all putting it there. She is a damn mess. You cannot put a time limit on someone else's relationship. I feel like they're taking it slow because this is their second time around. I do feel like he loved her. You can tell the way he looked at her. I feel like he realizes that he kind of effed up the first time when he cheated. And the fact that she allowed him to come back into her life again, they're trying to make it work this time around. Now, do I think she's kind of doing it probably a little bit too much so quick now? Probably because she did buy him a car where she spent a lot of money, where she had it tricked out with all the bells and whistles, okay? Because he was just like, oh my God, when he saw this car. But and then she also did throw him 2 birthday parties, which you guys know for celebrity parties, that could be very expensive. But she got it. I mean, she touring and all that. But do I think you should be spending that much money on him so fast? Probably not. You might want to slow it down and see what direction he is trying to be going in, because I mean, he did put a little bling on you or whatever, but the bling needs to be here right about now. And I think he probably could go ahead and propose to her. And that doesn't mean that they're going to have to get married tomorrow, because people get engaged and stay engaged for like a year or however long you want to get engaged for until you get married. It's just a promise to say, hey, I'm going to wife you. I'm going to marry you. So I mean, I feel like they're going to do it within their time. I would like to see the 2 of them get married, have some babies. I think they're great for each other. I think, like I said, she's really in love with him. You could tell just the way that they look at each other, the way they touch each other, the way they interact with each other. Like, you can just tell. I hope he does not cheat on her again and mess things up, because, baby, don't go back to him don't go back a third time, Ashanti. If he don't mess around and marry you this time around, please let him go and move on to somebody else, because, baby, you are in your 40s. You want babies, it's time to go on and push them out. Like Tasha said, I hope you froze them eggs, honey. Or because them eggs going to be scrambled if you didn't. With a little cheese thrown up on them hoes. You better go ahead on whatever you going to do. Now, I know people having babies later on in the game now, but that's kind of dangerous, because you risk your baby coming out with something wrong with it when you try to have them too late like that. You're high risk. You considered high risk. I was considered high risk. I had my son at 40. Shit. I waited so long because Kimmy had shit she wanted to do. Kimmy had shit she wanted to do. I was busy with my life. I didn't even, at one point, I was like, I don't even know if I want to be a mom because I'm so busy. Am I going to have time to be a mom? I waited and had my son at 40, and they had listed my ass as high risk while I was carrying him. He came out completely normal, nothing wrong with his ass. He's just hard-headed as fuck sometimes. But other than that, that's my baby. I love you. I love you, baby. But yeah, so yeah, I want them to go ahead and have some kids, child, and do what they got to do. I love me some Nelly and Ashanti. I really do. But I don't think you should put a time limit on somebody's relationship. I'm happy they reconnected or whatever, but hopefully they figure this thing out, child. And Ashanti, don't be spending too much money on his ass yet until you see that he's going to really do what you got to do out here, okay? Somebody said, I hope you and your family are doing good at this time. We are doing great, baby. Thank you so much. We are doing marvelous at this time. All right. I hope you and your family are doing well as well. All right. Yes, child. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this damn interview, honey, with Royce. I hope you guys watched it. Did you guys also get a chance to watch the show I was telling you about with Jennifer Williams, honey, about the scamming stuff that she was going through? Did anybody, one person hit me in the DM today and in the messages today to tell me, Camille, I finally watched it. Y'all gotta watch this. I'm telling you, I was so shocked that Jennifer Williams was involved with somebody that damn crazy. But then again, was I really, really that shocked? Because all she dated ain't shit men. I don't want to keep going back to it, but I'm just so shocked that you would, out of all the men in the world, it's millions and millions of men out here, child, and you would pick somebody like that that's out here running around with men, women, out here scamming folk and doing everything else, child, that he can do. It's so damn crazy. Like, girl, where do you be finding these fools at? Jesus. Where do you be finding them? You was with Tim, child, from Welcome to Sweetie Pies with all his tits and ass and hips and child. Ooh. Lord, let's move on. Lord. I don't know where she find these fools. I just really don't. You're a beautiful girl, child. But all right. So Carlos King interviews Royce Reed from Basketball Wife. I've been waiting to hear this interview. Now, I made a decision not to actually play the interview. I can, but I decided not to because I know a lot of my subscribers. I know you guys by now, okay? We've done enough videos. We talked about Carlos King. I played a few of his videos. You guys say his voice is very annoying to you. So what I did my due diligence to take my notes from the interview of things that I pulled from the interview that I felt were very juicy and important and essential in this interview, okay? So that we don't have to actually listen to Carlos King doing that bullshit, okay? Because it irks me too. So I don't know if I want to hear it again. So I was like this while I was listening to the damn video while he was doing his, that shit there. Y'all know how Carlos is. He puts too much into it. He be doing too much. So I had to fight through it, honey. I had to put the windmill through it, Lord. so that we can get the news and the good stuff. So I'm going to give you guys the highlights of what I took from it, and I'm going to play some clips. All right, but I'm not going to play them from his channel because I don't want him trying to strike a bitch because we ain't got time for that. All right, but I do have the clips. Damn, and my homeboy going live, Lord. Shout out to your Chef Don. He's going live. Y'all check out Chef Don if you have not. That's the homie. I love me some Chef Don. He is so damn cool. And I'll be over there supporting him on his channel, trolling the hell out of folk over there. And I just love it. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get on to this interview. All right. Now, Royce Reed from Basketball Wives. All right. She sat down with Carlos King to give a very in-depth interview about her life on Basketball Wives. She talked a little bit about Dwight Howard, how they got together. She also talked about her issue with Shaunie and how she and Shaunie, how she thought that they were very close, but Shaunie turned out to be very two-faced and was running back and telling Evelyn some very deep, dark secrets that she trusted her with. All right. Now, Royce also goes in to talk about how she actually helped pitch the show for Basketball Wives. Did y'all know that? And she also says that Shaunie actually does not have the power to hire or fire anyone, but that's what she kind of made it seem like on the show. Okay. Now, she shares that she pitched Basketball Wives and it was not Shaunie. Shaunie was not there. Shaunie was not in any of the meetings. She actually sent one of her good friends to be there during the time that they were pitching the show Basketball Wives, at which 8 networks actually wanted the show. Okay. But as you guys know, VH1 picked it up. So she said that Shaq also tried hitting on her during the time that Shaunie and Shaq were married. Okay. Now, y'all know that Shaq was known to be cheating with several women during the time that Shaunie was married to him. Okay. So Royce was saying that Shaq, okay, basketball Shaq was hitting on Royce, trying to holler at her. Okay. And she turned him down. But she went to Shaunie to let Shaunie know what was going on. But Shaunie, it's like Shaunie kind of turned on her after she became, after she told her what was going on and what Shaq was trying to do. She also says that Shaq cussed her out whenever she turned him down with all of his advances. And he kept coming for her, kept trying to holler at her because she was a cheerleader during that time for the Miami Heat. And he was seeing her. He was looking at her like, oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna try to get that one. But during that time, he was married to Shaunie. So during the time that they pitched the show, trying to get a network to pick it up, Royce was in all the meetings. Royce was answering all the questions. This is according to her, okay? And she goes on to say that once the network picked it up, they went ahead and went with VH1, of course. She says it was somebody named Tom, somebody named Sean, and of course Royce was in the meeting, and they went to pitch the meeting for Basketball Wives. Shaunie never showed up, not ever, in not one meeting. So for her to be sitting back and making it seem like she made it happen for this show, not the case. Royce said that she also was able to go to all of the pitch meetings, and she actually sold the show to where 8 networks, like I was saying, wanted the show for Basketball Wives. She said that she did not know to ask for producers credits at that time because that was something very new to her since she pitched the show. So had she known about that, she could still be getting checks up until this day for Basketball Wives because the show is still on the air. So being that she did pitch the show to the producers and they actually picked it up, she went to all the meetings. She really was due some producers credits, but at the time she didn't know that she could ask for that. Okay, so she might be due some money somewhere. She might want to check into that, get a good lawyer to look into that and see if she is doing anything for that. Now, she said that she went on to the show thinking that Shaunie and that the cast were going to be buddy during that time, okay, because she said that that she was casted as the girl really that nobody liked. All right, that's what she was casted as. So they used her dance battle later on in the season Y'all remember she had that dance battle when Nelly and all them were there. She got up there with dancing, she was twerking and all that. So she says that they used that particular scene, that dance battle, as a means to not like her and not to associate themselves with her and to cast her as like the outcast in the actual on the actual show, which that made her feel ousted by everybody else because they came into the show liking her. And Shaunie, she said she looked at Shaunie as like a big sister, but Shaunie started turning on her after she became transparent about what was going on with Shaq trying to comfort her. So she kind of Shaunie teamed up with Evelyn and was telling all of Royce's personal business that Royce sat down and told her and entrusted with her because she wanted to be on her get back. Because she was jealous of the fact that her husband was coming for Royce and kept coming for Royce. All right. Royce said that she shared some family secrets with Shaunie, and all of those things she told to Evelyn. All right. So Royce said that she realized that Shaunie was feeding the cast, the ladies on the show, information about her and giving them ammunition about her or over her rather. She said that she confided to Shaunie prior about a lot of things, like I just said, and that she was upset about that, and she turned the other girls against her on the show because she was upset at Royce. Okay, Royce also goes on to say that Shaq cussed her out thoroughly, honey, because she turned him down and would not take on his advances. All right, and she said that Shaunie asked for the text messages with Shaq because in the beginning she didn't believe Royce when Royce came to her to tell her, hey, you know, Shaq's been trying to holler, your husband's been trying to holler. He's been also texting me. And Royce said that Shaunie asked, how did he get your text? How did he get your number to be texting you? And Royce was saying that it was from a mutual friend to where all of them would go out after like games or whatever. So they all had each other's numbers to like call them and say, hey, this is the meetup spot. This is where we're going to go. So Shaq went to one of the homies and got Royce's number from one of the homies and started texting her just out of the blue and say, hey, this is Shaq, and was trying to holler at her. So Shaunie didn't believe her, and she used that as a means to come for Royce, which I thought that was very not good of her to do. But she also says that Shaunie was turning everybody against her, and she didn't like that. She didn't like that at all. And she said that she was really trying to be, you know, like good friends with Shaunie. She didn't want to go into it like that because she wanted everybody to get along. She said, I've never been the type of girl to be fighting and in a whole lot of mess. I mean, hell, she said she never even had sex until she wasn't allowed to date or anything until she actually graduated high school. So her parents were so strict and so guarded with her. So she was just not that girl. She was happy to be on the show. She had done acting prior to being on Basketball Wives, so she kind of knew how to be in front of the camera and all that. But it was Shaunie that was doing the most bullshit and causing all the mess that went down. Okay, she said that Shaq did ask her to go to dinner. She turned him down. But she also said that Shaq also tried to hit on, y'all remember Brandy Maxiell, the girl that Shaunie told your services are no longer needed, that she fired when they were on the beach. Y'all remember that? She told her, you're fired, your services are no longer needed here or whatever. So she's saying that Shaq also contacted Brandy Maxiell and asked her if she would come out to dinner with him. So he was trying to get all the Basketball Wives is looking like. Okay, which caused Shaunie to be coming for Brandy once she found out that Shaq had asked Brandy out for dinner as well. So Shaq was out here on his whole stroll, but Shaunie was getting mad at the women because Shaq was liking the girls. I was like, what the hell? Shaq. Now, y'all know Brandy Maxiell was already married to a basketball player. So the fact that, but she was separated at the time. So it was weird to me to hear that Shaq was out here even asking Brandy Maxiell to be going out on a damn date or going out to dinner, knowing that she was married, even though she was separated. And you knew who her husband was because he also played basketball as well. So that was very, very bold of Shaq to do. But then Shaunie turned against Brandy, which is why she was so acting the way she was towards Brandy on the show as well. Okay, they didn't even want Brandy's ass to be around after a certain point, and they couldn't figure out, like, what did she have against Brandy? That's what it was, the fact that Shaq was hitting on Brandy. All right, so Ross also says that she became a target after Shaunie realized that Shaq tried to holler at her and making it look like Ross tried to get it in with Shaq instead of causing the girls on the show to view Royce as this loose girl. So Shaunie said that Shaunie kind of made it seem like Royce was this loose individual, and people started calling her a hoe and all that on the show. And she was like, that's just not me. That was her husband coming for me. So she said she actually left Basketball Wives. She left Basketball Wives to do Broadway because by then she said that she and Shaunie were just in such a bad place. It was just, she made it so uncomfortable for her to be on the show. So she no longer wanted to be on the show anymore. Okay. All right. So let me play a few clips that I found on, I want to say the Shade Room. Put them out. So let's go ahead and play this first one here that I found.
I confide in her during filming.
Yeah.
And even with that, I realized I couldn't trust her because prior to the show even starting, I had sent her a thread of where her ex-husband, had been texting me. And nothing ever happened. He actually cursed me out because I wouldn't talk to him. But I wanted everything to be out in the open. I wanted her to see everything. So if anything ever happened or was said, she knew it wasn't true.
So while Shaunie was married to Shaq was texting you flirty messages.
Yes, but this was when I was dancing. So
as a cheerleader.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it came down to how he get your number, and he had gotten it from one of the ball boys, right? Had the ball boy get my number because we used to all go out and hang at parties. Like, we were cool. I tried to confide in her during.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
I confided in her, and I was really kind of pouring out my heart to her, even about some personal stuff that was going on, back at home. And then that next day filming, I'm getting asked about those messages from Evelyn. It didn't air, but I'm getting asked about it.
The next day after confiding in Shaunie, Evelyn was asking you on camera about those same messages that only Sean could have known about because you said it to her the day prior.
Well, I had sent it to Shaunie before we even started filming. But I started confiding in Shaunie a little bit more because I felt like she was like a big sister to me, because I still trusted her. But then that next day is when those text messages that she had for months prior, all of a sudden now we're talking about them in a scene.
Is that the day you knew you could not trust Shaunie?
Mm-hmm. That's the day I really realized I couldn't trust any of them. I was like, you have no friends. I confided in her.
And that's all.
And I was
First Lady Shaunie out here starting shit. I said it for her to be a producer on the show, it just seemed very out of order for her to actually be a cast member as well. Like, pick one. Either you're gonna be on the show or you're gonna produce. It kind of puts you in it puts the other women in a difficult situation because you're coming on there acting like the boss. You're telling people, oh, your services are no longer needed here because you're mad because your husband and try to holler at them. That's really what it was. You held this chip on your shoulder with Brandy because Shaq was out here being a hoe. That's what it was. You were mad at Royce and turned the other women on the show against Royce. When you acted like you were like a big sister to her, you sat there and sucked in all the stuff that she was telling you as like a friend. And that's a vulnerable thing for somebody. And I'm the type of person, I don't tell my business. And that's why I don't do it, because it be bitches like that. And I don't like to call women that, but I got to go there. It takes a lot for a person to sit down and tell your deep, dark secrets to that person and trust them enough to say, okay, I know you're not going to go out here and tell my business like that because I trust you like that. I see, like she said, I saw her as like a big sister. So Shaunie made her feel comfortable enough to sit there and sprue out all her business to her. And as soon as she finished talking, she sat right there and got on the phone with Evelyn and told all her business to this girl, giving her ammunition against her. That's how Evelyn was able to get on the show and say, oh, you're a bum. You're a bum. You have nothing. You didn't even know Royce prior to the show. Royce said she didn't even know Evelyn prior to this. So everything that Evelyn knew about Royce after the fact was because of Shaunie. It was because of Shaunie, and she did it because she was mad that she thought that Royce was coming for her husband when it was really Shaq that was out here hoeing on her. Shaq was with a lot of women and cheated with multiple women while he was married to Shaunie. That's why she won't go back to him. That's why he's in interviews steady apologizing to her for what he did and how he cheated on her. That is why she was putting away money, because she knew she was planning to leave him because all he was doing was cheating on her. That's all he was doing was cheating on her. And she stayed and stayed and stayed, steady popping out babies, and he was steady cheating. Now, it's no coincidence that now 2-3 women from the actual damn show is heard of that Shaq was trying to holler at. One of the Govan sisters, I saw y'all put it in there. Gloria's sister, they were trying to say that Shaq was messing with Gloria's sister as well. I was like, damn, Shaq. All right, so I got another clip. There's another clip, honey. Hold on. Here's another clip. All right, so this is where Royce actually addresses the fight with her and Evelyn after she says that Evelyn threw a glass at her. She says that the only thing that went through her head, honey, was neck, nose, and side of the head. She said that's what she's been taught. She's from the hood. I totally agree, and I know what she's talking about when she said that. As soon as she said it, I was like, I know exactly what you're talking about. You always go for a person's neck, because y'all know I'm a fighter, okay? You go for a person's neck because the person cannot breathe. You hit them in a certain spot in their neck, they cannot breathe, okay? You can dismantle a person just like that if they're coming for you. You go for that neck and it's a certain spot. You got to hit them right in the middle, okay? Am I teaching y'all something? All right, and the nose, of course, you know, if you hit them, really, and can I teach y'all some stuff in here? Boom, right here. Use this here. This part of your hand right here. All right, let me teach y'all some stuff because y'all know Cameron is a fighter with kickbox over here. Right here, use this part of your hand right here and hit that nose. But you got to hit it up. And when you do that, it's going to cause their eyes to water. And it's going to make them so damn discombobulated, they ain't going to be able to do shit after that, okay? Because you know when somebody hits you in your damn nose, you can't do shit after that, all right? And then the side of the head, but you got to hit them in a certain spot, which is, you know, like right up in this area here. Right by the eye area. You knock their ass out. Okay? Period. Did I teach anybody something else? But that's what she said. That's the tactics that she said she was going to use on Evelyn, okay? But as you guys know, they did get into a physical altercation because Evelyn did throw a glass at her. Into an argument. She was saying that production already knew that this said fight was going to go down when they set it up, and they were excited that the shit was going to happen. But she says that Evelyn underestimated her because she was this teeny weeny little something, that she was a dancer, and Evelyn automatically thought she could whoop her ass, and that was not the case. She was not expecting Royce to buck back up on her. So let's go ahead and play what Royce had to say on that, because I was feeling it, baby. I was like, you better speak, honey.
I knew we were about to film that scene. I don't even remember what happened before it and why we were like getting together to film this scene, but we were. And I had already been getting her together anyway, so it was kind of like I knew she was finna come with the shits. And she just kept talking, and I was just like, okay, well, straight up, I don't like you. Well, why? You really care? Okay, well, I don't like your ways. I don't like how you do this. Whatever I said. And then it was like she couldn't come back at me fast enough with words. So then it was like, you're a bum. Okay, and you're a hoe. And I was real calm. And then she just kept, I guess, because I wasn't bothered enough. Yeah. I think that's what bothered her. And when she threw the glass, the only thing that went through my head was neck, nose, side of the head. That's the only thing that went through my head. I told you I grew up in the hood. I know how to fight. I knew we were about to film that.
Y'all hear that? Royce about that line.
Fighting hurts, don't hit me, ouch. So I like to fight and get it over with if I have to. And I was taught neck, nose, side of the head.
Neck,
you can't breathe. Most people do this. Nose, when you get hit in the nose, your eyes water, you can't see. And you hit them on the side of the head, they fall out, and then you're done.
She right, though. She right.
The hood, I know how to fight. Fighting hurts, don't hit me, ouch. So I like to fight and get it over with if I have to. And I was taught neck, nose, side of the head.
Neck,
you can't breathe. Most people do this. Nose, when you get hit in the nose, your eyes water, you can't see. And you hit them on the side of the head, they fall out, and then you're done.
Y'all get that? All right, so this is the actual altercation. This is the actual altercation between Evelyn and Royce, all right? And I started out with Jennifer Williams poking her nose and some stuff, trying to argue and jump in it, because y'all know she was like Evelyn's beard on the show, okay? I see y'all putting it. I like Royce. I have always liked Royce, and everybody was like, Royce? I always liked Royce. Royce was that girl. She was the girl that was looked over. She was real on the show. Like Royce was that chick. She was underestimated on the show, and I didn't like the way they treated her while she was on the show. But what I did like was when Tammy Roman came on that show, and she took her under her wing, and she was friends with her, and they were real true friends. And she said to this day, she and Tammy Roman are still friends. She is like a bigger sister to her to this day, and I love that. I love that, because the rest of those girls, took what Shaunie and Evelyn had to say about this girl and treated her like shit. I don't like people like that. Don't make up your mind to not like a person because of what somebody else said before you get to know them. That makes you an ignorant individual, okay? Seriously. And y'all know they won't go fuck with Tammy like that because Tammy whoops ass, okay? She does. And she stuck by Royce on this show, guys, with everything that everybody else had to say about Royce. They was not fucking with her when Tammy was on that show, I tell you that. But let's go ahead and show this clip right here where Royce actually got into it with Evelyn. And I said, you know what, had production not been there, security not been there, I think Royce would have held her on with damn Evelyn. Now, Evelyn got hands too, but I don't think she could have whooped. I don't think she could have beat Royce. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and play it though. Y'all judge for yourself.
She's running her damn mouth on Twitter, and she's being immature. You was the one talking about we was cool. I'm still fine with you. I still have an issue with you. You got an issue with me. I'm over it.
Shout out to Neighborhood Talk.
Pretty much co-signs everything Evelyn says, basically. Right. All you are is like her follower. Everything that comes out of her mouth is a lie. Or made up. Or this person told me this for the internet. I'm like, get out of here. What did I say? What the shut bums? What did I say? So you shut. Lucky. Oh, you're lucky. You got to get it. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it. Get your 10-pound ass. Dumb bitch. If security didn't come, I would have punched in her face. Like, that's how angry I was the entire time that I was sitting there. You a bum. You a bum. Get a job, you bitch. Get a job. Everybody.
See, Evelyn knew nothing about her. So all the stuff that she's spewing out and saying about you're a bum, she is going by what Shaunie done told. She done had a whole sit down and talk. And that's why, if y'all notice, Evelyn got away with a lot of stuff on this show that any other cast member would not have gotten away with because she was like this with Shaunie. She done jumped over tables. She done threw bottles. She's done a lot of stuff that other cast members would have been fired for had it been somebody else. But because she was so stuck up under Shaunie, Shaunie protected her. Shaunie could go to production and say, hey, this is my girl. Like, don't get rid of her. No. And she helps keep the ratings up. She was able to go and talk to production and cover for and speak up for Evelyn when Evelyn's ass should have been off the show a long time ago. Because she was too damn violent. She was. She stayed putting hands on people, and it was not that serious. She tried it with OG, which I don't think she could beat OG either, because OG was very athletic. I really think OG could have took her, had production not jumped in there and stopped it. And I think Evelyn knew that too. That's why she kept backing up. Y'all saw the episode. She stood way over there and was talking junk, but she didn't run up on OG like she tried to do with little Royce right here. She underestimated Royce, but I was happy that Royce stood her ground in that situation and didn't let Evelyn punk her down like she do everybody else. I'm just trying to say. It's not Royce. It's like, well, okay, Royce will go on. All right, so let's continue. So she actually hints on how she got with Dwight Howard, okay? She said that she found out that he was seeing someone else when she actually met him. Now, they actually met, she says, when they saw each other at a movie theater or something like that, and he was just real persistent. He really wanted Royce, y'all. But he was seeing somebody else at the time. When Royce found out that he was seeing somebody else, she stopped fooling with him. She stopped taking his phone calls and all that. He was just so persistent. He wanted damn Royce. I don't know what, Royce, what you sitting on over there? Because it's looking like everybody wanted Royce. Little old Royce. But anyway, she says that once she and Dwight Howard started seeing each other, she was like everything was copacetic. He was real nice. He was charming. He always had those weak lines and corny jokes, and she liked that about him. Okay, but he was a dog. He was running around with other people because y'all know he's an athlete. Okay, but she says that once she broke up with him, that one of his friends convinced her to go to a hotel to meet up with him to actually talk, and she agreed because he kept begging this friend, say, hey, I miss Royce. I want her back. Like, I don't know what I can do. Like, help me get her back. She is very beautiful. Royce is very beautiful. So Royce says she agreed to go and meet Dwight Howard at this damn hotel to go have a conversation with him, whatever. She says at the hotel, they actually talked. They got through whatever their differences was. She said she got ready to leave, and he asked her for a hug. She said, okay, let me give him a hug. She said a hug turned into a kiss turned into, y'all know how it happened. says that is the night that her son Braylon was conceived. Okay. So when she found out she got pregnant with Braylon, she said that she was kind of devastated because she was just starting in her career. And the first thing that came to her mind was, I got to get rid of this baby. So she had already made up in her mind that she was going to get an AB. She said she called her mom. She was hysterical on the phone. She was crying. She was like, Mom, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't keep this baby. She said that her mom told her, you need to call your dad and have a conversation with your dad. She said her parents been married for like 50 something years. So it was going to be very disappointing, especially to tell her dad because of her relationship with her dad. She really respected her father. So she said when she talked to her dad told her, no, you don't. Not in this family. We don't do that. We don't get rid of babies. She said at this time she was 25 years old. She said her dad told her, no, you're grown. You're going to keep this baby. And she says that she is happy that she did because that was one of the best things she's ever. She says her son is like her heart beating outside of her body. She says that's just how much she loves her son, and the dynamic between her son and her father, that they have such a great relationship. And she says just watching the two of them makes her cry. Watching the two of them, interact or whatever, it makes her cry because she thinks back to what she was going to do in terms of not having this baby. But she says that once she called Dwight to tell him that she was pregnant, and he was not happy about it. Okay, he was not happy that she was pregnant with Braylon, which is her son. And he asked her to do a prenatal test at one of his offices, and she declined. Okay, she said, "No, I'm not doing that. That's dangerous. Y'all know when they go into the sack and they take the fluid and all that out, that could be very dangerous." Okay, but she said, "No, I'm not doing that." So she said she pretty much stayed away from him because she realized that he didn't want to have this baby. He was not in support of her having this baby, and he was still seeing other women, and she just could not deal with that while she was carrying. So she says that she finally just stopped dealing with him. And as time went on, of course, she got on the show. He became very angry at the fact that she was going to be on the show and was trying to keep her to hush because a lot of things throughout the relationship she was seeing and she wasn't supposed to see. So she said she had all these phones, but she kept all of this stuff, this ammunition and this whatever was going on. She kept it in these phones, like text messages, emails, stuff from like pictures and stuff from Facebook, Twitter, and all that. So she has old phones, which she says she still has to this day, that she kept just in case something happened to her because she felt like someone was going to put like a hit out on her life. She was afraid because of what was going on with Dwight. And she says that somebody with a lot of money she felt was going to try to take her out. So she said that she had these phones and she let her parents know, hey, if something happens to me, it's a lot of evidence in these phones that, somebody can go through and they can really see what's been going on here. So I was just like, oh my God, it had to be scary. That's a scary type of life to have to live for, to be hiding out and have to stay away from somebody because they don't want you to have their child. It was so crazy, but he wanted her to sign a non-disclosure agreement. She refused, and at first she refused, but then he got his lawyers and stuff involved, which he made her sign a non-disclosure agreement before getting on the show, so she could not discuss him at all. And I was just like, damn, that's so effed up. That's so effed up. But there is a part 2 to this interview. She went through a lot being with Dwight Howard, and the fact that she grew up the way that she did. Her family, like I said, they raised her to be respectful. Like I said, she was R-worded when she went to college. So she said her virginity was taken away from her when she finally went to college, you guys. That was something else I left out. So she went to college and she was dating this guy and he wound up R-wording her. So she said that her first time was never really like a special time for her because she was R-worded. So she says that, and he actually kind of hurt her, she said. So she said that when she finally met a boyfriend and she, for the first time she was going to go there with him, she says that in the back of her mind, all she could think about was, oh my God, this is going to be so painful, because the first time she actually laid down with someone, it was very painful because they R-worded her. So I was just like, oh my God, that had to be something very sad for her to have to go through. But she said since then she's just kind of just been dating and just kind of doing her thing. She has her dance studio that she's doing. She's done some Tubi movies since then. So Royce is doing really well since she left Basketball Wife. She says she's at peace, she's happy, she's raising her son, she's doing what she needs to do. As you guys know, there was that run in with the police where her son touched somebody inappropriately, and she went to jail behind that. There is a mug shot that she had to take for that, and Dwight, he did not step up and take ownership of that. And I feel like it was some stuff that maybe he had seen at the White's house, because like I said, he's been having like trannies and other people over there when her son would be over there. So he found, I think he saw some stuff that maybe he shouldn't have seen. And he started doing some things that he shouldn't have done at a very young age. So Royce had a very, very difficult life, you guys. And she had a good life, but she had a difficult life at the same time. But it was sad the way she talked about it. She kind of teared up when she talked about the situation with Shaunie, which says to me that that was very special to her, that she really felt like she found a friend in Shaunie and going into this situation with Basketball Wives, and how Shaunie turned on her and did that to her. I didn't like that. And I said, that just puts a bad taste in my mouth. Like, I had already been side-eyeing Shaunie for the way that she was doing on this show. So the fact that she did Royce that way, I kind of got to just push back from you, Shaunie. I don't like that. I really don't like that. And the fact that you would blame other people for the infidelities in your marriage and go for these women and try to oust them on this show and make them look like they were the bad guys when it was really your husband. Like, you should have had that energy towards Shaq. Royce didn't deserve that, because she was trying to be a friend to you, and she opened up herself to you, because she said that's something she really never did. She mostly hung out with guys. She didn't really hang out with women because she couldn't trust them. So when she felt like she could trust Shaunie, and Shaunie made her feel like she could trust her, it was sad that she went there and played her like that, and then turned everybody else against her and made it seem like she was just this hoe, like she was just this person running around trying to sleep with somebody else's husband, when it was Shaq that was blowing her phone up. She said she still has the text messages to this day in that particular phone that she had. And she said even when she showed it to Shaunie, Shaunie still made it seem like she was coming for Shaq. And she said clearly in the text messages you could see where she was turning him down and telling him no, like I don't want a relationship with you. I don't want to fool with you because you're married. But Shaunie still took that as her being this loose individual and trying to come for her husband. I was like, girl, bye. I mean, Shaq, what did Shaq have besides money? Shaq, he ain't nothing to look at, but he had a nice little coin. But obviously he was a hoe out here. Shaunie, just accept the fact that you married a hoe. Don't go for these women and be trying to, take their job away like you did with Brandy. Like, that's shit sad. But I'm gonna watch the second part of it, guys, and I'll take some more notes and we will go through that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed what we talked about thus far. Oh Lord, what is it? Somebody sending me. I'm still getting more notifications for stuff. But yeah, so hopefully you guys, somebody said production always let throw stuff and then they jump in after. Right. Evelyn got away with a lot. I didn't like the way she did. What was the other girl on there? What was the other girl on the show? The one that Evelyn tried to throw the bottle at. I kind of liked her too. She was kind of quiet. They didn't like her either. It was like everybody that came on the show, it was like the same thing. It was the very same thing. But yeah, somebody said Shaq is not attractive, and whoever got with him was for the money. Absolutely, it was for the money. I mean, I'm just saying, Shaq, you're gonna get your karma back for the way you treated Royce, ma'am, because you did not have to go there. You did not have to treat Royce the way you treated Royce. Now I was sad to see that. I really was. I really, really was. But that's all I have for you guys. Like I said, I took down the most important points that I could get. Somebody says Shaunie destroyed Jennifer and Evelyn's friendship of 20 years. Well, and they're trying to make their way back. Oh, she did mention Susie. She said that she haven't even seen Susie or talked to Susie since the show. I remember Susie, she stayed straddling the fence. Like whoever was hot and popping, that's who she was with. Okay, y'all remember Tammy that had to damn near slap the hell out of Susie. Because Susie was kind of doing too much with Tammy. Y'all remember that Tammy had to check Susie, and Susie shut her ass right on up. But yeah, she said she haven't seen or talked to Susie since the show. Okay, but Susie chose a side. Susie chose to be with Evelyn and Shaunie and them, the cool girls, versus her friend, because she was really friends with Susie. So it's a shame that her friendship with Susie is not even a friendship anymore, because Susie chose to be with the popular women on the show, which was Evelyn and Shaunie. Okay, the two mean girls, and both of them are mean girls. Okay, somebody said that Shaunie was dating Shaq County. Probably was, child. It was a lot of mess going on in that, a lot of mess. But yeah, that's a hot mess. I said, damn, I see Shaunie in a completely different light now. Okay, I really, really do. But we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, guys. Thank you guys for being here, because I got to get my show together for in the morning. All right, and I need to get up just a little bit earlier in the morning as well. But thank y'all so much for joining. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you, mods, for doing such an awesome job. I hope you guys got your Cash App that I sent you guys, and I told you that I would, because I do appreciate you guys. I wanted to bless you guys for coming to my lives and helping keep the trolling down. Okay, it was laid on my heart last night to say, okay, hey, tell the mods to send their Cash App and do something for them. And every time I be obedient like that and I do it, I get a blessing from that. So I'm looking forward to it. It's something big going to happen. I don't know what it is, but every time I get that notion to kind of bless somebody, like, God be like, hey, do such and such and such, and I do it. It's always a blessing in being obedient. So definitely. So it felt great to be able to do that for my mods today. Okay, I think it was one more mod that did not. Baby, did you send your email to me? I told you guys email me. I'll check my email here when I get off in a few minutes, because it was one more. Tyra, you did not email me, I don't think. But I got you. Okay, Kim gonna always do what she says she's gonna do. If I say I'm gonna do it, baby, I got you. All right, because I know Scorpion Miss and Bill Wilson, I know they emailed me, so I already hit you guys up. All right, so thank y'all so much for helping out over here and keeping the trolling down for me. I really appreciate it. Hit me up. I got you. I'm trying to see, y'all see how you trying to put me on blast. But I got you. If I told you I'm gonna do something, Caramel gonna always do it. I ain't gonna never play you to the left like that. Never. All right. If I got something for you, I got it for you, baby. Okay. Go ahead and hit me up in the email. Let me know what your Cash App is, and I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it to you. Okay. All right. But thank y'all so much for being here. Okay. Love you guys all the way down to the ground. I will see you guys in the morning for Car Chronicles. All right. Somebody said, just kidding. Girl, no, hit me up for real. I'll send it to you. But yeah, thank y'all, mods. Thank you for any content creators that joined tonight too. Caramelians, thank y'all. Love you guys. Down. Please hit the like button and also subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on over here to the Caramel Show where it's popping. I love you guys and goodbye.